Knowing about how to budget, how to pay off debt, and dealing with inflation, important for students to learn in school.
Financial literacy in schools has proven to give young adults a head start as they make decisions on their own. Joining us live to talk about a new free financial education program is specialist at Pacific Northwest Federal Credit Union, Kristen Milady. Good morning.
Good morning. Hi.
Thanks for joining us. I
Thank you.
think it's not a better time to be talking about financial literacy than right now. So important for our kids. Tell us about this new program.
Absolutely. A few years ago, Pacific Northwest reached out to me and they were going to be building this program. I don't think any of us exactly knew where we were headed with it. So we built a curriculum for K-12 students to really access financial literacy at the youngest age possible. You know, it reaches down to pre-K kindergarten with money recognition flashcards and things like that. And then it goes up through high school and beyond to adult education, teaching about things like exponential growth and decay. You take something they have to learn in school already and let's apply it to something you're going to use in your real life. What's it look like to buy a home and what will you really be paying over that life of that loan?
Yeah, tell us a little bit more about the program in terms of what do you emphasize? I mean, what is the basic financial literacy, I guess, baseline that you try to give all the kids?
Absolutely. Our goal is to help students walk out the door of their education experience with the tools in their hand to be successful. And so things like interviewing, things like writing a resume, things that haven't been traditionally addressed in schooling settings, we want to help address those things so they walk out the door ready to tackle the world and ready to hand somebody that resume and say, I'm ready to go.
So can adults take this course as well, or is this for students only?
You know, we designed it for the K-12 students, but a lot of financial literacy, you know, it's applicable to all ages. So things talking about credit cards and assessing credit cards, what's the best credit card that you could possibly get, that's very applicable to adults. We're working on building a more specific adult curriculum right now, but what we have right now, anybody can download for free. So teachers, parents, anybody with questions just about general finance, go ahead and go download it.
Yeah, I was thinking this might be a good course for parents to take with their children and help
Mhm.
have some of those conversations too, because sometimes these money conversations can be difficult to start.
It is, and that's our goal, is to make it easier to have that conversation. If at a young age you're starting to talk about money and it's just something that's easy to talk about as a kindergartner, first grader, then throughout your life it's going to be an easier conversation to have as you move forward.
Yes, what do the kids really take to? I mean, is this effective for them? I know this varies according to the age group, but where do they get most of their knowledge from and what do they take to?
You know, that really depends on the student because some parents, it's a really open conversation in the home. It's not as open conversation. And so some kids are coming to it not knowing a whole lot. But, you know, when I walk into a classroom and say, do you guys want to learn about money? Very few kids don't want to learn about that because it's a really interesting subject. The kids like to learn about money. And so when you take the core subjects, one of the things I was really conscious of as a classroom teacher myself was making it so that our curriculum weaves seamlessly into the core subjects. So, you know, we have persuasive writing lessons where kids are writing about, should we continue to mint the penny? Is it important anymore? We have, you know, Shark Tank lessons where they're building their own business and kind of looking at what it would take to do that. So all of them have a hands-on component to it. So they are getting into it with, you know, an interest. It's not just putting, you know, a worksheet in front of them, but trying to make them feel really interested in what they're learning was my entire goal.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff and so valuable for life beyond the classroom. Kristen, thanks so much for joining us. Good to talk with you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And if you want to learn more about these financial resources from Pacific Northwest Federal Credit Union, you can check out a link. We've got it posted on coin.com. Just click on AM Extra.